nowadays.
Well, how did it work? Because it looked like there was fast pass and regular tickets that
So
weren't fast
that was
pass.
one thing we were happy that we did was we did the fast pass, which, you know, everybody knows what the fucking fast pass is,
Well,
right?
I don't understand. Is it like... So is this an amusement park?
It's a whole piece of property, bro. There's like 3 buildings that you go into.
I mean, usually you use the fast pass to go on rides.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, dude, the line for this fucking thing is a mile long.
Yeah.
So the fast pass enables you to cut to the front of that line, which we did. They had a separate like walkway for us to go to cut in front of people. Now there were other people that had bought the fast pass, obviously.
But they had multiple haunted houses, like multiple
you get through one, and then there'd be like a break, and you'd walk through this space. I don't know if they used it for prep or what. It was almost like a fucking airplane hangar. Like we walked through it, and I'm like, what the fuck's going to happen here? But all the lights were on. It was a concrete floor. There was nothing in there. It was just like a building. And I was like, I guess this is the fucking calm.
This is your pause.
Yeah, catch your breath kind of thing. But it was fun. Fallsburg Fearplex is what we're talking about. There is this one part, and I guess I just fucked this up, apparently.
Did each area have a different theme or anything? Or hard to tell.
You know how it is when you go to a haunted house. It's hard. They had a 3D paint gag at the end of it that was really fucking wild. They hand you glasses, and you walk in there, and the fucking paint reacts to the glasses, and it looks fucking nuts.
That's cool.
If I was tripping, I would be fucked. Mm-hmm. That kind of deal, right?
Yeah. So we always do, dude. Go do a bunch of drugs and hit up the haunted houses.
It was a blast. It was a lot of fun. Me and Cush had fun. So anyway, so the part I'm telling you about, there's this part where this clown jumps out at you and he screams, you know, I'm going to fucking kill you or whatever. And
scream stuff like that?
Well, I mean, they're probably not that.
Gosh, that'd be pretty intense.
Probably not that, but I mean, you know, well, whatever they yell, I don't know.
Boo.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Rawr. Okay, I don't know. But anyway, he comes out and he says you can go one of 2 ways.
Uh-oh.
You can go this way, which would just look like a doorway, or you can go this way. And I turn and look, and it's like one of those old, late, mid-2000s foam parties, like the bubbles are in the room.
Yeah,
he's like, or you can go through my bubbles. Well, you know me. I fucking beeline it for the bubbles. Because I'm like, I'm not going through that blank door. No way. Dude, that was the biggest mistake of my life. I mean, because that foam had gotten to be about 2 feet taller than me, and I'm about 6'1", right? I barrel through that fucker. I mean, I'm just going through, because that's how you do it at a haunted house. You don't.
Make it hard to breathe in the foam?
So I'm telling you, so we get toward the end of the room. My glasses protected my eyes. That's the only thing that I got lucky on.
Helped.
It's all. I mean, it smelled like Dawn dishwashing liquid. It was like all over me. I wore my Indiana Jones jacket because I wanted it to get like fucking shit on it and get kind of worn. And yeah, and it got like to the point where I could not fucking breathe. It was in my fucking shit so bad I couldn't breathe. God. And ran right into the fucking wall. I was going so fast through there that I ran into the wall, and Cush had to fucking turn me, so I'd walk out the left and go out that way. And she said when I walked out, I looked like fucking the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. It was all over me. I looked at her completely clean. I said, what the fuck? She was like, dude, you parted it like Moses parted the fucking Red Sea. I mean, we just walked right through your gap, and it was the greatest thing that's ever happened. And I was like, great. So yeah, I got bubbled at Fallsburg. So I suggest taking the other entrance, despite what surprises they may have for you.
Unless a big guy runs through the bubbles and clears them out of the way for you.
Oh, it was so funny, dude. Like right after the bubbles, you get the chainsaw gag. There's 2 guys outside with the chainsaw gag. I don't even give a shit. They're running around me in circles, revving their chainsaws. I'm fucking wiping my goddamn eyes and my hair and my fucking jacket, and all the shit's all over me, and it smells like fucking Dawn.
Dawn? At least it doesn't smell like shit, dude. I mean, Dawn's not that bad.
I mean, it really specifically smelled like Dawn, like blue Dawn, like they wash the ducks with.
Yeah.
They wash the oil off the ducks.
You got to get that oil. Dawn's the only thing that does it.
Oh, shit.
I use that on my hands when I got oil on my hands.
Well, you got to use that's what my dad used in the garage. Goddammit! Fucking Tim the Toolman Taylor. It's the GeekZip Podcast. Ryan Zip and Christian in the Zip Cave. We're a little wired because it's Sunday,
Yeah, you were looking at your clock. I was worried. Something going on.
I got a notification and then realized it was still locked because I literally got up when Christian came to the cave.
Yeah.
I was dead asleep. I had a long night.
You were up late.
I was up late and getting everything together for you guys like I always faithfully do every week. And, I just decided to do some show prep. Yesterday, Brooklyn, they changed their fucking game Friday night at like 7 o'clock.
How can they do that?
Because they know we're going to come.
No rules. We do what we want.
It's not like we're not going to come.
I don't have kids.
Be fucking careful. Anyway, congratulations to Brooklyn Z, by the way. Both their teams won on Saturday, Team 1 and Team 2 for the Southside Cardinals.
The B League. The D League. I don't know. I just make up letters.
I don't know I don't know what league it is. I just thought it was a middle school league.
Professional
or elementary school league. Professional league? No, I didn't think it was a professional.
WNBA?
What is wrong with you?
She's going to get there. You keep training.
She is a baller. She made a awesome shot. I have a video of it.
She did one of those
Sammy
moves.
Z got a video. Yeah, he got a video of it.
She rejected you and you fell down.
She got tons of rebounds. She wasn't playing me, dumbass. She was playing another team.
Dude. She was like, stiff arm.
No, she doesn't do much of that. She's still about to my
fouled you real hard,
chest.
Pushed you down. Gosh.
That's how I used to play pickup basketball. And that's why I never was invited to play, because I couldn't get past the whole idea of you can't touch them.
You thought it was like NBA Jam, dude. You just sat there.
Yeah, or that NFL Blitz game, where it's just extreme rules. My voice cracks. I'm sorry. I went to see Collective Soul on Friday. Great show. Ed Rowland and his brother. God damn, I can't remember. He even said his name on stage. I was a little bit inebriated. That's all right. I had a blast. They did a great job. All the songs I wanted to hear. And Collective Soul was one of those bands for me.
Like Wes was too drunk to remember him when we saw him.
That sounds about right. Too drunk to remember him. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did that. I had a busy fucking week, so I went and saw Collective Soul, and then we went to Fallsburg, which was great. Then we went to that Sue's Junk place. Have you seen that place as you're driving here? Have you passed that place where Foodland used to be in Westmoreland? It's like a flea market now.
Okay, Peddlers.
There were
Peddlers thing.
No, that's the one on West 14th. That's a cool place too, though. But there's a new place where the Foodland used to be, right there where Fruit Pharmacy, Camden Corner,
where Kroger was. I mean Kroger, and then there's Foodland. Or is that Foodland still there? I don't know where Foodland is.
Food Fair?
Or whatever you're talking about.
You know where Camden Corner is, right?
No.
That little place with the big fucking chicken where you get the donuts and shit?
By Holiday Pools.
Yes. Okay, so you go down that little street.
Oh, okay.
And there's that fucking shopping center back in there.
Yeah,
okay, that's Sue's Junk. That's now like a big flea market. And, of course, I got some Captain Power accessories there. They broke instantly when I opened them, so I had to.
What that gun is?
Glue them back. That's what the gun is for. That's Captain Power's blaster.
Yeah.
Laser
How much
tag.
you spend on that? $100?
No, that was actually $30. Believe it or not.
$30. $30 is too much.
No, it didn't. That's fucking steal. And the ship was $10, and it actually had fucking General Hawk Hudson in it.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
think you knew that.
How can you
that was $10.
say no to that?
I didn't. I bought them.
You need to take it on Antiques Roadshow. Get them appraised, dude.
I don't think they know what it is as much as you would. They'd be like, did you just make this shit up? Oh, shit. All right. So
I've just been watching horror stuff still for Halloween.
Yeah.
I watched a new season of the Creep Show came out on Shudder.
You watched it?
Most of it.
Okay.
There's, I think 6 episodes.
How was it?
But there's 2 stories per episode.
Yes.
It's been good so far.
Pretty good.
I think Mike Flanagan might have done one of them because it had 2 of the people that he always uses in it.
Really? That's cool. Speaking of which, I did finish Fall of the House of Usher. I know we had our buddy Richie asking about it on Facebook.
Yeah,
so.
I wanted to do a special video about it.
I know you did. The thing is, you just don't understand what that entails.
Just do a remote, Pop it in, pop it on YouTube live, dude. We do it live. You can stream right to YouTube.
But we're not Bush League, Christian. We're not Bush League.
It doesn't have to be Bush League to stream it live.
All right. Well, you want to talk about it now?
I guess a little bit.
Or you want to do a special?
I don't know.
You are a part of this, and you have to make a decision.
Well, I wanted to do a special, but now the time has passed.
Has it? I don't think it has. It's still hot on the charts.
Yeah, is it? I don't know.
We're going to do a Fall the House of Usher review special just because you're being a fucking baby about it. Good.
I'm ready.
Anyway, it is a great series. In all seriousness, Mike Flanagan does it again. Fall the House of Usher is not an easy story to tell.
It is.
Well, he made it look easy, and that's why he's so damn good.
I read the Wikipedia of it.
Of course, immediately after I got done watching his, I went back and watched the Robert Corman film from the 1960s with Vincent Price, which I love. It's just a lot more Victorian, creepy kind of. But I mean, God, Vincent Price is just incredible in it.
Yeah, but that just tells one story. It doesn't tell like all the post stuff, like the.
It encompasses the whole family. You're right. It doesn't because it wasn't episodic. It was a film.
Well, no, the Fall of the House of Usher is what he.
I know, right? He went off the writings, right? That's what you're saying, like of Poe.
I'm saying the one that you're talking about. This movie is just based on one story,
right?
Whereas Mike Flanagan's uses the Fall of the House of Usher to incorporate all the Poe works.
Right. So it's actually like a yin and yang kind of thing, right? So like the film that I'm talking about with Vincent Price, it pretty much, like Christian says, just kind of encompasses the story of Roderick and his fall, right? But it's like he has already been born into it. So I don't watch it.
Well, I just meant, it doesn't have anything to do with like the Cask of Amontillado and the Telltale Heart or the Pit and the Pendulum,
no,
they had ways to the Mask of the Red Death. They had one of those be like
another great one.
Each story in the thing. So I don't know.
That Corman
I've never seen this Vincent Price.
Mask of the Red Death was another great Vince Corman movie that he did. My camera's glitching. I hope that's not going to come through in the recording.
I'm just not sure how your movie compares to the Flanagan.
I don't compare them because they're different things. It's a completely different.
Yeah, but you went right and watched it.
Because I love Vincent Price and I love Roger Corman.
Okay, good.
So I was like, Fall the House, and I particularly enjoy Poe's work.
Okay.
All right, what else? What have we done here? I did watch some of the. Did I say last week that I'd watched some of the John Carpenter's thing? Did I cover that?
I don't know if we mentioned it. I think we talked about it on.
Did we talk about it on the chat?
On the chat when we talked about how Bunny Man and what's.
Yeah,
because I said most of them aren't that good.
Most of them aren't that good. There's a couple that are really good.
Bunny Man, and I was going to say I thought that was one of the good ones.
I did not like. I thought the best ones, if you've seen them, was the girlfriend abduction from the house. That was a great one.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I really don't remember a bunch of them.
A lot of them just didn't even have anything to them at all. There's like a Ouija
somebody
board.
Died. Yeah.
Then there's a curse. The property was cursed. It's like this.
Yeah, they moved away. Done. It was okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I felt like John Carpenter basically just put his name on it and got the check, which is fine. That's the way it's done in Hollywood.
Yeah, I thought the one was with the guy who got arrested and was going after like the paper in the town, and the town was all worried about this guy who has escaped. That one was close to like Halloween Michael Myers stuff.
Oh yeah, that was like the first one,
like the
wasn't
second
it?
or third one.
First, okay, it was early on. Yeah, that was freaky because that was like
real life Michael
you
Myers.
Could feel real. Yeah, it was like they had photos of the gang of the fucking like him outside the court and all that shit.
And he kept killing people. You watch Old Dads?
I did watch Old Dads with Bill
Dads.
Burr. Yeah, that was
different movie.
Bad Dads. Isn't it Bad Moms?
You're right. It is Bad Moms. But there could be a Bad Dad just as easy.
There could be. You're right. All right. I guess I'm not going to get rid of that.
Old Dads with Bill Burr being an old dad. I told AK, I said, hey, look, there's still time for me and you to be dads, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the moral.
We could be old dads.
Christian could be an old dad. Apologies for the flickering on my video. If you're seeing it, I can't fix it.
Whoa, look at that. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I've fixed goddamn everything.
It's been doing this whole time. I just now noticed.
I don't know. All right, we got a ton to get into, so let's go ahead and get over to the show. First off, we had some RIPs this week, Christian.
Yeah.
First one was a big one.
Suzanne? Or is that the first one?
No, that's not the first one. The first one is this guy, Burt Young.
Okay.
If you don't know Burt, then you haven't seen the Rocky films. He played Paulie.
Suzanne was bigger than him.
I disagree completely. The actor known for his timeless role as Paulie in the Rocky film franchise died at 83. His manager confirmed.
He did all the scenes with that robot. Remember that robot?
Yeah, the robot. Happy birthday, Paulie. Happy birthday, Paulie. He had done the Rocky comeback film that Sly had done in the 2000s. He was in there as Paulie. I don't know if he was in the Creed movie. I don't think he was in the Creed movies as Paulie. I could be wrong. Either. Somebody can correct me, but he was also in a couple other films that I saw. Most notably, The Sting.
Sting's retiring,
or not Sting, but Chinatown. Chinatown with Jack Nicholson. Yes, Sting is retiring, and we'll get to that. So all our best to the family and fans of Mr. Burt Young, an incredible actor who really brought that Paulie character to life from Sly's script. So
yeah.
Now, Suzanne Summers, the famous actress known for her role on Three's Company.
Step by Step.
And Step by Step, passed away from breast cancer, unfortunately.
And the Thigh Master.
She did the Thigh Master, yes. So anyway,
she was a good TV mom.
A great TV mom. And I think she passed away at 76. As Christian mentioned, she was in Step by Step, which everybody remembers TGIF. When it was the shit.
Yeah. Before us, like you were saying, she's in Three's Company.
Yeah.
They got a little too big for their britches in Three's Company.
A little bit. They thought they were more famous than they were. But all three of them did. So I don't fault her for that.
Yeah.
All our best to Suzanne's family, her fans, her husband, who apparently was a pretty good husband and hung with her until the very end.
She had the cancer, right, I think?
She did have breast cancer. That is what she passed away from. All our best. Let's head over to the news. A lot of news dominated this week was everything going on with Daredevil Born Again.
I saw Charlie Cox dressed up as Bluey.
He did. To go to New York Comic Con. It was pretty funny. Didn't he dress up as Daredevil too for one of the days, I think?
I don't know. I just saw the Bluey picture.
I thought he did.
His face looked all goofy with that paint.
So as we find out more about the scrapped plans for Daredevil Born Again, and for those of you that don't know, they came in, they fired their writers, they fired the directors of the episodes. They didn't like the way it was going. My understanding from what I've read is that they were really gearing it more toward a younger audience in terms of children.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Opposed to the Netflix show, which was extremely violent and extremely real and extremely popular. Mm-hmm. Disney being Disney, wanted to go another way, and Kevin Feige saw what was happening and said, nah, this ain't gonna work. The results of which have been a complete clusterfuck, from firing half the writers to, pushing Vincent D'Onofrio to quit social media. I'm sure Charlie Cox is not having a good fucking week.
What's Cop Killer White Tiger mean?
So White Tiger, do you know who White Tiger is? Okay.
No, sir. Is he a cop
White
killer?
Tiger, no, White Tiger. No.
Well, it says Cop Killer White Tiger.
White Tiger is a Marvel hero.
Oh, okay.
Who has the ability, he's a lot like Black Panther, but he's White Tiger.
There you go.
I feel like that was a joke in the Major League.
Is he white?
sequel.
He's
white.
He
Yep.
is a white tiger.
Yep, he's a white tiger. And then like I think when they did one of those Spider-Man shows, they brought her on and they made her a girl.
Oh.
And she was female.
Female white tiger.
So anyway, White Tiger is a vigilante similar to the Punisher but doesn't kill, who is initially framed for murder. Matt Murdock becomes her lawyer. The Punisher gets involved because she is accused of murder. And the Kingpin is orchestrating the whole thing. Nope.
Not doing it.
Because, and as you mentioned last week, the problem was in the season scripts, he didn't even fucking show up as Daredevil until like
fourth.
Yeah, something like fourth or fifth episode in, which was just nuts. I've been watching the 1970s live action Spider-Man series on YouTube as well. That's always fun to watch. Best music of any superhero theme show.
Even better than X-Men?
Yeah. Yep.
It's hard to say.
Fight me. So I guess the plan now in the retooling, as Kevin Feige puts it, is that they are going to make it more like the Netflix show. Darker, have him appear sooner. But that begs the question, why didn't you just do that from the fucking start? As you were talking about. You were like, the Netflix show was so successful, why would you not go with that formula? And I guess now they're wishing they would have listened to you, dude.
Yeah. Well,
so
they're not the only ones.
Vincent D'Onofrio was so disgruntled with the situation. Of course, he'd been talking about it for a while. Let me preface by saying that he has gone off of social media, canceling his Twitter account and going private on his Instagram feed. So, I mean, I don't get. When people quit social media, I'm just like, I don't blame them. Sometimes you just need a fucking break.
Yeah.
So sometimes it could have nothing to do with you, But anyway, everybody made a big fucking thing about it and made it seem like it was because of the shit from Daredevil. But when I go back and look at his profile, he'd been talking about that since the goddamn fucking spring of last year. So yeah, people just goddamn. I don't even know what to trust anymore. It's goddamn insane. The Netflix Daredevil season 1 showrunner responded and pretty much said, "That's what I told you was going to happen." And that's why you need a showrunner, which is what you were mentioning last week.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't he say something about the showrunner?
Yes.
The importance of a showrunner.
There's his whole quote is somewhere. Here it is. No, here. There. DeKnight is his name. Stephen DeKnight was that showrunner's name from Netflix, and he says, quote, "He was delighted that they finally realized you need an actual showrunner who's a writer to make a series work." So what were they doing up to this point?
They just didn't have a showrunner.
So like so how would that work? Do you know?
Apparently not very well.
Yeah, apparently not. Anyway, I'm glad. I mean, I guess I'm glad they caught it before they didn't just fucking say, "Let's just do it and see what happens," because it seems like they've done that a lot. So that's kind of good. That's kind of comforting.
Well, I
but
think maybe they're seeing the writing on the wall. Like we
maybe
can't keep just putting out the subpar trash.
You can't just put out trash, man. You can't do it. Along with that, speaking of trash, Marvel's trashing a bunch of their bullshit projects they had coming up, including the Wonder Man project. And this is all due to the huge, what are considered failures at the box office and the streaming platforms of Quantumania, Secret Invasion, and, of course, all the trouble with Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah.
And you're right. They're just way too stretched. Quantity over quality seems to be the fucking like they think people want to see new characters pop up more than they want to see good content.
What's Black Manta doing there? Was he
Well, that's
to
that
somebody?
fucking he's supposed to play
He's supposed to play Wonder Man.
Yeah, he's supposed to play Wonder Man, which would have been great and cool. But again, if you don't have the fucking people behind it to make it good, then I don't want to see it because it's going to suck.
Yeah. Especially with MCU and everybody expects it to have a bigger point to tie into something.
Well, and not only that, but you got this bullshit going on too, still, right? Hollywood's biggest stars have tried to help end the Hollywood strike, the SAG-AFTRA studio strike that continues over 100 days now. And these popular stars, I think George Clooney, Scarlett Johansson was one of them. I don't know, it says who all was on the call. But there was a Zoom call where a bunch of the A-list star actors put up their own money to take off the union cap dues so that they get $50 million over 3 years. I mean, that's how tired everybody is of this shit. Even the actors, which I got to give it to the actors because this is what they should be doing. You know, if you make the money where you can afford to do that, to get people back to work, I feel like you're obligated to do so.
I didn't know Dave Chappelle weighed in on Israel Gaza.
I didn't know that either. I think I'll preview that before I put it on the fucking show. Here we go. George Clooney, Emma Stone, Ben Affleck, Tyler Perry, and Scarlett Johansson were a part of the call, along with SAG leaders Fran Drescher and Duncan Crabtree Ireland.
I think somebody was saying something though about like how this wouldn't work though.
Really?
Like in the long term or something? I don't know.
Like you mean the $150 million deal?
I guess like it's not a solution.
Really? Just a Band-Aid? I mean, they're throwing money at it, so I mean, I guess however they handle it, you know, at least they're trying to do something, you know? And I think that's something to be said. The two parties are supposed to go back to the table as the show airs today, actually, and try and figure this out. This has sparked, you know, delays, which we'll get to. You know, and again, like I mentioned, it's now over 100 days this has been going on. This is really convoluted, this whole story. It's hard to find the sides in this story, you know, because there's so many moving parts to this whole strike deal. And I'm telling you, I tried to go down the rabbit hole one day with it and find out exactly what was going on from each perspective, and it was hard to do. So it's a real weird, tricky situation. The writers was a little bit easier because you could do that. There wasn't as much money involved, I don't think. But with the actors and the way they wanted, I think what they proposed was a bottom up in regards to residuals. So the bottom person would get the first cut, and then it would go up to the top actor on the bill, which is fair, I think, in some places. But however, you know, if it were me, that raises the question of, well, what if the actor fucking sucked? You know, so how do we determine who becomes good actors and who doesn't if we're just doing this automatic bottom to top model of who gets paid more? I don't know. It's a weird situation, and it's just fucking messy as hell. One of the casualties of the strike is now Deadpool 3. We were expecting a release in 2024, that is next year, but now it's looking like it won't even make that calendar. And as a matter of fact, that could have an effect on other MCU projects coming up, including Captain America
New World Order? Or did they change the name of that one yet?
Whatever that's called. You know what I'm talking about. Disney has not officially changed the release date. However, according to a lot of backstage insiders, they say there's just no way they can complete the film at this point.
No way.
To have it ready by 2024.
Who do they think they are? John Cena? They can't just blow up timelines like that.
Yeah. Let's get over into video game news, Christian. Analog. This is a company I've never heard of. Apparently, they do a bunch of like refabbed old consoles. They redo them to where you can actually use HDMI cables. You can watch them in 4K. It's really cool, sounds like. And they've now created a new console they call the 3D. And it's basically the Nintendo 64 with the ability for 4K resolution, which is interesting. because the 64 had a bunch of great games, but the resolution was something to be said. It was the time, too. What was your favorite 64 game?
I don't know.
Are you done?
Zelda.
You done?
I don't care about 64.
Why?
It's old.
Well, I mean, the kids like the older consoles. It's like a thing.
It's not meant to be in 4K. It wasn't designed for that.
Interesting. You think it takes away from the...
Well, I'm one of the old retro gamers. It's like I want to play it on the CRTV and everything.
Oh.
Get those scan lines.
Yeah, the fucking box. Yeah, okay. All right, that's cool. Some people are like that, I got the 64, I got to tell you, and I started playing it, and I was like, it's not the same. Because of all the shit that we've had come out since then. All these crazy-ass fucking Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, Spider-Man fucking games that defy the laws of physics and reality.
They're too real. I like when games were games.
So this will be hitting stores in 2024. That's the only information that we have. It is going to be able to play the 64 cartridges and has 4 controller ports, just like 64 controllers that will be compatible with those controllers. And it'll be available in the United States, Europe, and Japan.
There's a new Mario game out. Supposed to be good. Mario Wonder.
Your brother bought it.
Yeah,
and
I think all 3 of them got it.
Trevor got it too?
I think so.
Yeah. I know that
Mario, you got to get the Mario.
The new voice guy started, and he's Mario. So I'm interested to know how he sounds.
Oh, it sounds totally different, dude. You can't. You're like it's a totally different game.
Hardy har har. I joke.
It kind of sounds like that Spanish version of Chucky.
That's a son of my
Mario, that's what he sounds like, dude. After you win the level, he goes,
oh, man, that was funny shit. Mario.
Well, we got some Mortal Kombat news. DLC, Delise.
The Delise release schedule. The DLC release schedule, I think Christian's trying to say.
I was trying.
Has been dropped online, and here's what we know. Omni-Man drops November. Omni-Man, of course, from Invincible. Quan Chi. I love Quan Chi. Comes out in the winter, 2023-24. Peacemaker, also in that time. John Cena.
You can't see me.
Is that what's wrong with my camera? Is my motions?
Is it still doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it a little bit.
Ermac hits us in spring 2024.
What's that? Who's that? What's that stand for? What's that stand for?
It's just his name. I don't think
What's
it
stand for?
Does it stand for something? Do you
Error
know?
Macro.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's from the game.
Okay.
Error Macro.
I like it. Interesting.
Trivia, dude.
Drop it on me. I like it. Homelander will also come out in the spring, and then in the summer we see Takeda. I
watched the horror movie with Homelander's actor.
Oh yeah,
Cobweb. It came out on Hulu.
I saw that on Hulu. Yeah, what's it about? Is it spiders?
Well, there's a boy and his parents are kind of shady, and there's somebody living in his walls that claims to be his sister, who's been locked up there by his parents. So he kills his parents and lets the thing out, and the thing's pretty crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a pretty crazy movie.
That sounds crazy as fuck, yeah.
Cobweb.
Do you know anybody that's played Mortal Kombat 1?
No.
No, I don't either. I'd like to play it. I just want to see his name. We've been talking about it for the last 30 minutes.
I did ask my brother if he became the elephant in Mario, and he said all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet.
He said all the time. Kevin
Afghani is the name of the new Mario Brothers. He is the voice for Mario Brothers Wonder, that's the name of the new one, right? Mm-hmm. Wonders. But beyond that, we don't know, but we assume that he'll be the one going forward.
We got
is it CVS again? Lawson. Pick it up. Put him on.
Hello. What's up, Bobby?
Hey, balls.
We're recording our podcast. It's okay.
You're not interrupting. You're joining us. How are you, Balls? I miss you, Lawson, like the desert misses the rain.
It is good to hear your voice, buddy.
Lawson, we wanted to ask you about end of the month, but we'll call you back here in a sec. Thanks, buddy. Gotta love Balls. Glad you took that call. All right. Moving on.
Oh, this is a bad one.
Oh, God. Every time I see this right here. Talk about a 64 game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that looks like.
That is exactly.
Skull Island, Rise of Kong.
Brand new game, $50
Is this
game.
really the I mean, this can't be what it really looks like.
Dude, the cutscene even had like a freeze frame of something that wasn't even like a graphic done for it yet.
Wow. What is wrong with these video game companies doing this shit? First you got that Gollum game, and now you got this bullshit. What do they think? They think we're idiots?
It's like, is this from a real company?
Oh, my God. They apologized for it again, just like the Gollum people did.
And it's another license.
Sorry.
Too. It's like, who are these people?
Sorry.
Who are these people licensing these games to? Like, hey, I want to make a King Kong game. Oh, my King Kong game.
I mean, seriously, my son could make a better looking fucking game with what he knows. Oh, God.
It's getting good reviews on Metacritic, though. I guess they're joking around and giving it 10.
Of course they are. They're just trying to fuck with them. I think they did the same thing with Gollum. Oh, gosh. At your own risk, you can check out the Kong game and then let us know what you think. Rogue City RoboCop has been canceled on Switch, Christian. Sorry.
It's too bad.
Is Switch just a piece of shit? Is that what the problem is?
It's one of the best-selling consoles of all time.
But then why does it not release the good games?
Because
it's always got to release the fucking...
Because it's got to be portable.
You can play it on the TV, though, can't you?
But it's got to be portable. They don't like making Switch games that are TV only. You know what I mean?
Are there games that are TV only?
I think there might be some.
Really?
There are some that definitely like run better when they're on the TV, as opposed. But I don't know.
Well, what about like I hear all the time about that Unreal Engine shit that's supposed to like mobile.
It's just the hardware isn't. You know how hardware gets out of date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay.
The hardware. We're waiting on the.
This is not the reason RoboCop Rogue City is not coming to the Switch. By the way, this is what I assume is the reason why and plus this is the Switch games and probably a bunch of shooting and blood and shit.
Shooting people's dicks off. Targeting that penis. What did that girl say? Penis. Penis.
Penis. I mean, it's penis. Oh, man. Well, we did mention it. Rockstar Games officially has announced the Red Dead Redemption 3 game. This is coming from the CEO of the company. But he also followed that up with a great kind of strategy, and I agree with him. And that is that, they don't want to bang these games out. They want to give time in between. Mm-hmm. Which I think is a great idea. It creates want for the game and need for the game. And then you also get a lot of people that go and play the backlog of the game, the first and the second one. So we do not have a date, but we know that they're working on it. But we know that with the strike, it's probably going to be delayed at this point. So we're going to keep our eyes out for Red Dead and find out when it will, in fact, be in our hands. Over to wrestling news, we got a report that Impact Wrestling has made an offer to CM Punk. Doubt he'll take it. He could take it.
I think Simon Miller's making his Impact Wrestling premiere soon.
Really?
Yeah, do you know who Simon Miller is? The guy from What Culture and does Ups and Downs? YouTube channel. He's a YouTube guy.
Gotcha.
Oh, did it crash? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it crashed. Of course it did. It always does.
That's what it does. It's what it does, Zip. What's this big ad? Wow. There's future Spider-Man.
$20.99.
Future Spider-Man. That's what I mean.
His name is $20.99.
Did you ever watch that Spider-Verse with him in it? Me neither. Haven't seen it yet. I'd really kind of rather wait for the one to come out, the third one. So CM Punk is like, maybe, I don't know.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't.
He's like, is it going to be in Chicago?
It's going to be in Chicago. Man. I don't know where Pepsi Phil's heading. I don't know if he's heading anywhere. I mean, again, he's burnt so many bridges. We told you last week, Vince and Triple H said, fuck you. Obviously, he's not going to go to AEW. What's left? New Japan?
Impact.
That's AEW now. They're associated with AEW. Well, they're not AEW, but they're associated with AEW.
Well, then why would they make an offer to CM Punk?
Who?
Impact.
They did.
But I thought AEW. What? That doesn't make sense if AEW.
I said New Japan.
I know, but AEW doesn't. Do they own Impact?
No.
Okay. That's what it sounded like you were saying.
No, I was saying they didn't own but they were associated with some of these companies.
Oh, okay.
Like some of the Impact champions wrestle on AEW. Am I right?
I don't know.
There's another promotion that has
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Okay, so it's Ring of Honor, not Impact.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't keep track.
All right, God.
All these wrestling leagues.
Anyway,
Crown Jewel match in Saudi Arabia with Logan Paul.
Christian is done with this show. He wants to get through it as quickly as possible.
No, I just
U.S. title match on the line.
I never cared about Crown Jewel, dude. It's just stupid Crown
propaganda.
Jewel. It's Crown Jewel on Vince McMahon's crown, dude. That's what it is. It's that jewel right there. He's like, Saudi Arabia, baby.
Oh.
And even better, it's got Logan Paul in it, dude. That's going to get a lot of eyeballs.
You're not a Logan Paul fan?
He does as well as anybody else in WWE when he's there.
Oh, shit. Speaking of Crown Jewel.
Yeah. I think I had a dream where the Shield was on AEW.
Oh, wow.
But instead of Seth Rollins, they had Tyson Fury. And I was like, well, of course they want to get Seth Rollins.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't run it past him, I tell you.
Oh, and we're going to get to see LA Knight get beat at Crown Jewel, too.
Yeah, what a way to push a guy.
Push him
push
right
him
off the boat.
In the fucking dirt.
That's getting towards Triple H with the shovel, dude.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is going on? You're like, this guy's going to be our next big star, and then you throw him to the fucking...
Feed him to the Roman.
Yeah, exactly. Feed him to the Roman. Oh, shit. Again, it's Crown Jewel. They're not going to change the belt. They're definitely not going to take it off Roman.
Nuh-uh, dude.
For LA Knight.
Win.
What are you, fucking nuts?
That's Crown Jewel, dude.
Oh, shit. So, anyway, that's Crown Jewel news. We have our PWI Insider Top 250 for women's wrestling.
Women.
And
there were some OVW people on there.
I saw that, yes. I will go through the top 10. You can see on our screen. Number 1, Miss Rhea Ripley. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, you love mommy.
She's on top. Well, she's just been fucking on fire all year long.
Whatever. Who's number 2? Julia Gulia.
Julia Gulia. I don't know. Giulia. Giulia.
I said it, dude. Gulia.
That could easily be what it is. I don't know. Bianca Belair at number 3. I don't know who Gulia is, but I don't know how she beat out Bianca.
Jamie Hayter, I think she's AEW.
Is she AEW?
I think so.
Tam Nakano, don't know her. Athena, she's on OVW, right?
I think AEW.
Oh, is that AEW? Okay. Diona Perazzo, don't know who that is. Willow Nightingale.
Sounds familiar. Might be AEW.
AEW, right? Isn't she the anime-looking chick?
I don't know.
Camille.
There's a lot of anime-looking chicks.
That's true. Camille, don't know who that is. And Jordan, it's not Jordan Grace, it's Jordana Grace. And she is from AEW. So that's your PWI top 10 for 2023. A little shock Charlotte's not on there, but she didn't do much this year.
Yeah, she's been out of the picture for a bit.
Becky's not on there, not in the top 10 anyway.
Neither's Nia Jax.
So, makes me interesting to see the other 250 wrestlers or whatever. Christian, did you see this fucking thing?
It looks like Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's Mr. Clean. That's what they did. For those that don't have the video feed, I don't even know where this fucking thing is. Probably fucking...
They made some wax model of Dwayne
California
The Rock
somewhere.
Johnson. And it looks like a white Mr. Clean.
I mean, it's straight up Mr. Clean. Yeah. Straight up Mr. Clean.
Well, how many of those wax statues
It's at the Grevin Museum in Paris.
How do many of those wax statues actually look like the person?
But that bad? I mean, yeah, you're right. They kind of look off. But that, I mean, it's like they just ignored the fact that he's got fucking skin tone.
Wax doesn't come in that color.
Is that the way it works?
I don't know.
I didn't hear about that in fucking House of Wax. I didn't.
You think The Rock would be like, take it down?
Yeah, seriously. If I was The Rock, I'd be like, you better get that shit. Look at his body too. Like, look at that second picture. He looks like he's like got a gut.
Look at his jeans. They're all bunched up.
It's just horrible. And people are taking pictures with it.
They got to pose with it, dude. They got to cross their arms like the wax figure.
Oh, man.
Where did you say it was in France? They were
Paris.
Like, ooh, The Rock.
Yeah, look at The Rock. He's look like white man, Mr. Clean.
He's strong, wrong.
He cleaned my house.
Cleaned my house with bald head.
Well, Christian, it is the end of an era indeed. We have found out through a small-ass fucking house that doesn't deserve the fucking honor of getting this announcement from the icon that the WWE Hall of Famer Sting is going to officially announce his has officially announced his retirement at AEW Revolution 2024.
I think he came back at 2021 Revolution.
Correct. So he said that's where we'll start it, that's where we'll end it.
It's like 3 revolutions.
I mean, dude, he's done. I mean, he's the only one left that's still full time,
dude. He's been doing crazy stuff
and needs to stop.
Yeah,
because I mean,
he's 60-some years old.
He's way too old to be doing this shit. So thank you, Sting, for all the years, and hopefully,
one of the best, yeah.
I hope they give him a good match going out. That's all. Better than fucking WWE did anyway.
Believe it or not.
Believe this. Bo Dallas, whose real name is Taylor Rotunda. Of course, his brother, Wyndham Rotunda, was Bray Wyatt, passed away tragically a couple months back. And obviously, this is going to be hard. I mean, we both have brothers. And I can't imagine, a situation, especially one that the Wyatts were involved in. And Bo Dallas with Uncle Howdy, he was Uncle Howdy. That's now been revealed. And, the question was, what would he do with it? Would he continue with that character without Bray, or would he do something else? According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he claims that it's looking more and more like Taylor probably will not return to the WWE. I can't say I blame him. My God, can you imagine working at a place where you work so closely with your brother?
Is that guy's name Chaos Williams, dude? That's got to be a made-up name. I don't think his parents named him Chaos with a K.
I don't know. You've seen that sketch on Key and Peele where they have those football names that are all weird.
Those aren't real either.
I know, but I'm saying that's the way society's getting. We all know it's heading toward idiocracy. Right?
Remember when that person had named their kid Obesity?
What?
There's that kid that's name was like ABCDE. Obesity?
No, I don't remember that at all.
They got mad when the flight attendant said their name wrong.
Oh, God. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
Don't even want to hear it. Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel in the films,
gets a lot of internet hate.
Christian is her biggest fan, apparently.
I'm just saying it.
And a new report claims that she is considering leaving her role as Captain Marvel following all the backlash of the first film and the not so certain outlook of the new one. And you feel that these feelings of scorn are justified?
No, I don't think so. They just hate on Brie Larson. They hate her.
So she should take her ball and go home?
Oh, I don't care. Whatever she wants to do, yeah. Some people can put up with the internet hate, and some people don't want to deal with it.
That's a good point. Who would you... we're not even, I know what you'll say, so I'm not even going to ask you.
Anya Taylor-Joy. No. I don't know. Who would I cast to play Captain Marvel?
Yeah, sure.
I think she's good at Captain Marvel.
I do too, but if she left, you'd have to cast somebody else.
Mila Jovovich. Haven't seen her in a while. She'd be tough.
Well, Christian, our good buddy Jim Shooter is going to have a revival of sorts of his Secret Wars story in a facsimile edition series starting in January.
Sounds complicated.
No, it's not.
Facsimiles sound complicated.
Facsimile means copy.
Yeah.
So it's a copy of, it's not the original.
It's a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
No. Secret Wars, of course, was, I think, one of the greatest written Marvel titles ever. 12-part series. It's going to be issued in 2024 along with the concurrent Amazon Amazing Spider-Man issue, starting with number 252 to coincide with that release. Of course, Spider-Man's black suit was debuted in this famous story arc.
Venom. Is that a Venom suit?
It's a symbiote. Symbiote suit. So, in comic news, Tim Sheridan is a comic book writer who is currently writing Green Lantern comics. And the new story features a retcon of Alan Scott where he never wanted to join the Justice Society of America and is blackmailed by the head of FBI into becoming Green Lantern, and the blackmail involves gay photos, and that is how they blackmail him into being Green Lantern.
Well, used to have to hide that stuff.
And since Comicsgate, which for those of you who don't know, that was when everything tried to go woke and fucking
never heard of that.
Went down in flames. The writer has pretty much come on social media and begging people to buy the book, not to be, shied away from the bullshit talk. I'll probably buy it just because he did this. And I like Green Lantern, and I like Alan Scott stories, and I don't really care if he's gay or not. The comic cover looks great. And, it's a Dawn of DC title, which I'm not really a fan of, so I'll probably pick up the first one. And if I like it, I'll read it. And if I don't, I won't. I don't know why people have got to be so weird about this shit.
It's just this website.
This was a crazy story. Halle Berry, as we all know, was in X-Men 3. But we did not know what it took to get her there. Matthew Vaughn, who appeared at the New York Comic-Con this past weekend, or maybe the weekend before last. I don't know, whatever it was. He was originally acquired to direct X-Men 3 before Brett Ratner eventually got the director's chair. And he disclosed this really crazy story about a situation where they had a script in which Storm is saving children, and then we never saw it in the film. It was like it was only given to Halle Berry to get her to sign on to the movie, and then it was never filmed. So
they made a fake Storm-centric script to trick her.
Tricked her into signing on to the movie, which, you know,
That
I'm not
seems
sure.
illegal.
I was going to say it's either illegal, or I'm not sure how rare that is either. You know, I mean, is that really rare?
I mean, you'd hear about people getting scenes cut and stuff like that all the time, but it's like then have a whole fake script made up.
That's pretty. Well, you know,
knowing that none of this is ever going to be filmed.
At that point, after X2, with the exception of Hugh Jackman, I'd say Halle Berry is your next biggest X-Men star. So you already have Hugh Jackman. So I don't know.
She's a big star, but they kind of wasted Storm too.
They did, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, at that time she was hot, but then they fucking totally cooled her off. So it was like, didn't even matter. All right, we heard this news. If you haven't, it's a pretty big deal. Avengers: Secret Wars has been confirmed by Marvel head Kevin Feige to bring back retired characters that have either died or rode off into the sunset. We don't know how yet. And, you know, Kevin Feige's just losing his fucking mind, in my opinion. Excuse me. And they're going to try and reshape the MCU with Secret Wars, and that could involve bringing back characters from the original Avengers story arc, including Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and ScarJo.
And that Secret Wars is scheduled for 2027?
Yes, that's right. 27. 4 years from now. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League rumor has revealed that the map is huge and that it also has day-night capabilities, just like Grand Theft Auto.
Day-night.
And real-time weather, which is cool. Why you don't just continue to make Batman Arkham games, I don't know. I don't know why you try to reinvent the wheel, but whatever. Star Wars news. Director Matthew Vaughn, the filmmaker behind Kick-Ass, and everybody knows, you know, Matthew Vaughn, feels that a complete reboot of Star Wars is what's needed. Like completely. Like back to the 77 films. Complete reboot of the entire franchise. Thoughts?
He also says it needs an epic new film. I think I agree with that. I don't think it needs a total reboot. That's just ridiculous.
Like to try to recast Luke and try to recast Han, and
that's just stupid.
I agree.
Nobody needs.
But I do agree with you in the fact they do need a fucking hit film. Yeah. I mean, they need a fucking, like.
I still haven't finished Ahsoka.
They need a point on the map, you know, a place to go toward. That's what they need, you know, and a new film would definitely do that. Well, why have you not fucking finished Ahsoka?
It's just not that good.
Get into those later episodes. Get past the whales. Disney is developing a live-action Gargoyles show. This comes after you just told me that Gargoyles has been remastered, the video game, and released on consoles and PC. So Gargoyles getting some love. Now, I love fucking Gargoyles. That was a great show. Gargoyles. I can still hum the theme song. All right, we're going to skip some of this shit because we're running. Let's get over to our events. Our good friend David Weiner is back with an all-new documentary about the 90s horror. It's called In Search of Darkness, 1990 to 1994. You can get information about this new horror documentary at 90shorrordoc.com. That's the number 9, the number 0, SHORRORDOC.com. Pre-orders are now available for this amazing new documentary, and you can do that up until the 31st. The documentary itself is set up to hit shelves sometime next year. So that's cool. And I think we're going to try and get David back on the show to talk about his new documentary.
That'd be cool.
So it looks really cool.
I see it right there.
Yep, I see it, Creep Show, I see Candyman, I see Jason, I see fucking Hannibal, I see all of them.
Well, my eyes don't work as good as your eyes.
Well, okay, that's all right. So that's pretty cool. Big show was announced last week. Disturbed is returning to the Mountain Health Arena. They've been here several times and always a great show.
Did you share that video of David Draymond?
Yes, I did.
To that little girl.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of her.
I was wondering if I watched that video.
The Take Back Your Life tour is coming to the Mountain Health Arena February 15th, sponsored by our friends at 92.7 The Planet. Thanks again to Eric for hooking me up with the tickets to Collective Soul. They're going to be there with Falling in Reverse and Plush, and tickets are on sale for that now. So grab that. Disturbed, Dan, always a great show and a great time. For those looking to do something scary this Halloween season, the village of Barbersville has a Haunted Legends crawl. Apparently this is becoming a thing where they it's an extended tour of haunted areas in towns. Sounded pretty fun.
Sounds like a walking tour, not a crawl.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely want like a golf cart to drive me around.
You have to crawl along the
ground.
Oh,
you're talking about like crawl on the ground.
Crawling.
That
Crawling
sounds
through
awful.
obstacles, dude.
The tour takes place October 28th, and as we look at it now, there still are times available to grab your tickets. You can do so when you search for the Village of Barbersville on Facebook. We also have the link on our Facebook page. Finally, sad news for Saving Abel fans. They were scheduled to play November 4th, I think, at the Paramount Arts Center. They have canceled their entire tour.
Ooh.
They have some recent developments within their family. They put it out on their social media that they are canceling the tour and that all ticket holders can get their refunds at point of purchase. All our best to Saving Abel. We hope that everything is okay with the guys. Christian, that's all I got, buddy.
Somebody save me. Smallville. Saving Abel, dude.
Is that what you think of when you hear Saving Abel?
I just heard Saving Abel. I was
Whenever you hear save, that's what you think?
Somebody save me.
Don't forget to check us out online, peeps. We really need your support. Podomatic.com, PODOMATIC.com/GeekZip Podcast.
Like, share, and subscribe. YouTube, links, comment. Ring that bell for alerts.
And don't forget, join us every Tuesday late morning, 11 a.m. on our YouTube channel. Christian and I join the chat for our live premiere of our video feed. Christian and I will be journeying to Washington, D.C. next week to check out the Hives in concert. We'll try and take some videos and get some information and stuff like that and get it over to you guys. So make sure you're following us on social media so you can check all of that out. Did I miss anything, Christian?
No, I think we covered it.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. We always appreciate your support. For Ali Z, for Christian, this is Ryan Zip. Have a great week.